Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about a player that has emerged in the scenes within the media and especially within the training ground of FC Barcelona. You guys know exactly who we are going to be talking about for today, and that is going to be Lamine Yamal. And so if you guys do not know who this player is, we are going to be discussing just exactly the type of profile this player does have, and then we're also going to be talking about how Xavi Hernandez is building his team as of now for the short term and the long term, and just think about what that front three is going to look like in the next couple of years. It's going to be a very fun video. I do believe that many of you guys are going to be enjoying it, but let's focus on Lamine Yamal and why this player at this very moment is being talked about so much. So this player is a 15-year-old player. He does play in the Barcelona academy. He is a right winger, but he is very versatile. He can play as a striker and also as a left winger, but mostly he is a right winger with a great left foot. This player has been deemed to be so good that he has skipped basically Cadet A to go to Juvenile A. They have progressed him through the ranks very fast because they believe that this player is just too good to be in Cadet A. So the process of him going into the first team, it is very fast, very similar to what did happen with Ansu Fati. A lot of this story and what's going on with this player is very similar to the player again, which is Ansu Fati. So this guy does carry so much promise, so much potential that yes, he has trained with the first team earlier today, like literally 12 hours after Barcelona have beaten Sevilla 3-0. And so Yamal was not the only player that was featuring within the first team training session. There was also players like Arnau Casas, Fabian Luzi, Nico Takahashi, and many other youngsters. The whole purpose of Xavi Hernandez bringing in these youngsters into the first team training session, it is because he wants to have a better understanding on who is someone who is up and coming, someone who is too good to be in the academy. And so once that training session was done, it was reported right after that Xavi and his coaching staff were closely keeping an eye on La Masia talent Lamine Yamal. The coach has been pleasantly surprised by the youngster. Xavi considers Yamal to be the best talent at La Masia today. So ever since he saw him play during that training session, he was saying, okay, this is a player that does seem very special. And not only that, but we have also seen many clips, many videos of him playing through the academy, and now he's impressing during the first team training session. So there has been many high praises from the media to the coaching staff within FC Barcelona, Jordi Cruyff, Xavi Hernandez, and all of these people, right, are very impressed by what this player could become. Now, just to give you guys an idea on how this player does play, like what type of profile does this guy have? So he is a good passer. He is able to find those through passes on very tight lanes between the defensive line. He's also very comfortable and has a lot of fun taking on 2 to 3 players. So he's very entertaining. He's also very clinical in front of goal. And so you look at all of these traits and you can say that yes, he does resemble in a way Neymar. So just think of Neymar, but a much more composed type of player. Now again, I'm not saying that this player has the level of Neymar as of now. I'm saying the profile is very similar. Those are two very different things. And when it does come to these youngsters and them playing this young at the age of 15, 16 years old in the first team, of course, their profile is always going to be changing as they progress because they're just so unfinished. So it's very exciting. And it has also been reported that Xavi even considered calling up Lamine Yamal for preseason with the first team, which is going to be taking place next year in the summer of 2023. We have to remember that this is a player that is 15 years old. He cannot sign a pro contract yet, very similar to what did happen with Endrick at his Brazilian club. So once this player, Yamal, does turn 16 years old, then he would be eligible to sign a pro contract if Barcelona do think it is necessary, and he will be turning 16 years old on July 13th, 2023. Yes, he has just turned 15 years old a couple of weeks ago, and so he's a very, again, unfinished player, but with a lot of potential. Basically, right now, he is just too good for his age. So through this season that we are going to be going through, yes, I believe that this player might potentially maybe go onto the B team depending on just how much he does progress within these next couple of months. But even if he does not and he skips that whole process and just continues to be at Juvenile A through this season, the only thing that Xavi Hernandez and the rest of the coaching staff from the B team to Juvenile A is to work with this player and make him understand that this is a player that should be staying at this club and he does have a future, and be very familiar with the first team. Like yes, we should continue to use this player during the first team training session and just see how he does progress, because who knows what type of decisions Barcelona is going to be making in the next 9 to 10 months. So he is tremendous talent, but at the moment there is no time to integrate this player, and there's not even space to put in this player, mainly because we have our flanks very covered, like Ansu Fati, Ferran Torres, Dembele, Rafinha, and so much more. But all of this and the type of actions that Xavi Hernandez has been taking is making us believe that yes, Xavi Hernandez is building and already thinking for the future, like what is going to be that team of the 2025-2026 season. And that is what we are also going to be talking about, just for the sake of like having a lot of fun, right? Because look, Xavi Hernandez is going to be the coach of FC Barcelona for the next 10 to 15 years, unless unless this guy does not win us any titles for the next 3 years. But I strongly believe that Xavi Hernandez will be our Sir Alex Ferguson and be here for many, many years, which is why he is making moves like this and planning for the future. Now, let's be very well aware that his contract does end in the summer of 2024. And by that time, in the summer of 2023, he'll be 16 years old. He will be in a place to renew his contract and potentially get placed within the first team, which is something that I believe Barcelona is going to want to do if, of course, he continues to impress. So I'm very optimistic that Xavi Hernandez is going to nurture this player well because, again, the team that's going to be assembled in 2025 and 2026 is going to be his. So he is going to want to really take care of his young players and nurture them correctly. So what are going to be the predictions, right? What could be that front three that we could see in the year of 2026? So I strongly believe that our left winger, it is going to be Ansu Fati. By that time, he's going to be established. I strongly believe that he's also going to be world class by that time. And he'll probably be one of the leaders within that front line, if not the leader of that front line. Our striker being Endrick. Hopefully Barcelona end up achieving this signing because let me tell you, this guy here, he has tremendous talent. He is a Brazilian player. He scores goals for fun. Like, go look at the top goals that he has scored so far in the past year. Like, he scores golazos. He's very heavy on the ball, way more physical than I would say Ansu Fati and Yamal, mainly because he is much more composed. Now, keep in mind, this is a player that is wanted by many top clubs. Man City want him, Manchester United want him, Liverpool want him, Real Madrid does want him. Many teams are interested in signing Endrick, but Barcelona are really going to be pressing for a move like this, and they're going to have to really look for that early agreement before he does turn 16 years old, and they're going to have to look for that early agreement before the summer of 2023 does hit. And I'm going to have my faith that Endrick does make the correct decision to choose Barcelona because he has hinted at joining Barcelona before. He has always said that his idol, it is Rivaldo, someone who has played for Barcelona before, and he has always praised Barcelona, saying that Barcelona is one of his favorite clubs. So let's see, right? And then our right winger being Lamine Yamal. This player here joining forces with Endrick and Ansu Fati, it would be something so phenomenal to see in the future at the Camp Nou, and hopefully it does happen. And then we just look at this most possible starting 11 that we could see by that time. We could see Ansu, Endrick, Yamal as our front three, our midfield being Gavi and Pedri. I do not know who's going to be that central defensive midfielder by that time. Maybe Rodri, maybe Nico, who knows? As for our defensive line, it's probably going to be Jules Koundé on the right, Araujo and Eric Garcia as our center back duo, and Alejandro Balde as our left back. Of course, this is going to be a formation where it could switch to a 3-4-3, Koundé playing as that right center back, and so it's going to work. You have a team like this, you're going to be successful as long as they continue to gel. They have a lot of chemistry, and we'll see what Xavi does have in mind in the future. Maybe we can go back to this video 4 years from today and see just how well I got this incorrect. But that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona daily news. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.